Good morning, Alfred State and Alfred State followers on Facebook. Welcome to a virtual homecoming Saturday morning. We are excited to bring you some interviews today. First up, we are lucky to have on campus one of our members of the 1971 National Championship swimming and diving teams. Today we have Burt Zweigenhaft here. He actually has been on campus, got into Alfred yesterday, and actually just got out of the pool. We were able to jump into the pool and relive some things. And we're going to take a few minutes here and ask Burt some questions. So I'm going to flip the camera over on him. And welcome to campus, Burt. How's it feel to be back on campus?
Amazing.
How long has it been?
Well, so I've come back a few times, but I was here in the 70s, and I've come back for the Hall of Fame inductions, and
which your swim team, your era of your swim team was inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2011, and you were part of the first group that won a national championship, and the team went on to win 4 total national championships.
Yeah, we were the first year of winning the national championship in '71 down in Missouri, and it was quite a thrill.
You were telling me earlier the story of
small high school in Long Island and go to college your first year, and then go to a national championship. Pretty cool.
Tell the viewers the story of getting off the airplane on the way back from Missouri and what happened.
We got off the airplane in Buffalo, and this is, so it was a little different. People could walk down the terminal, so they had sent buses from the college here of students and others to meet us at the airport. And I remember walking off the airplane, and if you look in the trophy case here, the trophy's yay big. It's got to be a 3-foot trophy or something like that. And I had the honor of carrying it off the plane, and when we got in the terminal, we had all the people there. And then we got a police escort all the way back to college here. Opportunity to do it once, but it was probably one of the most rewarding things I've ever done.
So you came to Alfred, and then I believe you went to the University of Buffalo?
Yes, because Alfred back then, you're a 4-year school now, Division III, but we were a 2-year school. And we had a very young coach, Glenn Patton, and Glenn had been an All-American swimmer at Springfield College. This was his first job in coaching at the college level. He was very well networked with a lot of other great swimming coaches around the country. And at that time, this became a good transfer school for kids that needed to make the grades to get to a Division I school, but didn't have them. So we came here, we were incubating, and it was a great coach, and probably our team back then would have been number 3 in the country. We couldn't have taken on Indiana, but we could take care of everybody else. We had all-stars. We had kids that were just phenomenal swimmers back then. So
you graduate from college. You don't have to tell me the whole 40 plus years of what's gone on since then, but what, career-wise, what did you end up, I know you do a lot of charity work now and things like that, but where did you go career-wise?
So at Buffalo, my major, like here, was business. I ended up graduating with an economic degree. Ended up in the drug wholesaling industry, and then eventually met some people. We took a company public in mail-order pharmacy. I've graduated now, where for the last 20 years, I've really been focused on oncology care, cancer care. And I've run some of the largest companies in cancer, and today I'm the Senior Director, Executive Director for Cancer Treatment Centers of America. We're the largest cancer provider in the country. I'm also the founder and co-chair of the Association of Value-Based Cancer Care. So in my role for that, I play a big role in helping disseminate information, education, and content to cancer providers to improve cancer care. I'm still involved with swimming too, which is a great thing. We have Swim Across America. It's a 34-year-old charity now, started by former Olympic swimmers and others, college swimmers. We've raised $10 million last year. It was our best year, $100 million to date, and we support 58 cancer research labs around the country. Some of the most significant drugs developed in cancer care today Keytruda and Optivo were developed in labs that have the name across the top of them, Swim Across America. So we have Rowdy Gaines, who I'm sure a lot of swimmers see. We have Craig Beardsley. We have Misty Franklin. We have all of the Olympians for the last 20 to 30 years have participated in our swims. So, swimming's always been at the core of what I do. And fortunately, I can balance, cancer care with swimming, which is, even a greater, feeling of attribution and joy that we can do. So it's been, and it all started here.
Yeah, well, let's go back to here. Yeah. We talked about the memory of coming back and having friends and classmates and people ready to congratulate the swim team. What are some other memories of I know we were just in the pool, and lane 6 is a memory for you. What other memories do you have?
I own lane 6 because as a distance guy, the coach would say, "Go swim. Give me 5 or 6 500s, and I'll see you in about an hour." And they work on everyone else. Look, lane 6 was the distance lane always. We were kind of on the side, but just as a New York City boy coming up from Long Island, New York City, coming up here. I never was in the mountains. I never was upstate New York. I didn't understand the culture of upstate New York. So it really became part of my persona, and I've always yearned to go back into the country. In fact, I recently bought property upstate New York in the Adirondacks because I wanted to return to that. But one of the things I found out as a New Yorker, we're real quick. We say, we get right to the point and we tell you what we think. And we go on. When I got here, I met a lot of upstate people, and I didn't realize, they would want to sit down and talk to you, and they really wanted to be meaningful conversations. They weren't quick, and much like this, when you're in a small town, there's nowhere to go, and everybody is together, and you really become a really big family, and you have an extended family. I still have friends that I've lost some of them from Alfred that still meaningful relationships 50 years later.
So, going off of that, you got a chance to meet a couple of our men's swimmers that jumped up.
A lot faster than we were.
Yeah, well, different times. Some of us. If
no cheating, right, guys?
If you were the coach of Alfred State or whatever, or speaking to our team, what's some advice you might give somebody? And maybe even relating it back to what you learned in 1970s when you were on the swim team.
Well, I think you guys are lucky because, I met with your coach today, Mike. And look, at the end of the day, Coach S, and I can't, how do I, so.
No one knows how to pronounce his last name.
Look, with a name like Zweigenhaft, I'm excused for pronouncing anybody's name. But look, you can have a coach who decided to come here because he saw it as an opportunity to really mentor and coach young people, and he came here with a long-term commitment. He didn't come here because this is where I'm going to sit for a year, I'm going to like this place, and I'll go to my next place. He's long-term. He has a commitment here to building a national championship. Now, why does that resonate with me, guys? Because when I came here, Glenn Patton was only here a year before I had gotten here, and he came with the same purpose. He wanted to build a national team. And he did. And he built 4 years of national teams in a row. I don't think that's ever been repeated in NJCAA or even NCCAs. It's pretty tough to repeat year after year. And so I think it's a great opportunity for swimmers to come here that want to have a close relationship with the college and the campus community. Want to have a beautiful facility. The pool here is it's built, 50-something years ago, but it's still a world-class pool. It's a world-class facility. It's a bright, open, 6-lane pool, aluminum gutters, stainless. And I think it's a fast pool too. So great coach, great facility, great campus life. Upstate New York, a beautiful place to be, and a coach with long-term vision. So that's what I saw when I got here today. And of course, you got the president of the college, Skip, and he's again totally committed, anchored in this community and building on it. And people that I've met around here also are really future of this college is well sounded and secure with the leadership here. And I see that in the coaching, I see that in administration. And even look how the school has progressed. It's gone from a 2-year ag tech college with a small business curriculum, engineering, and it's really blossomed. I think what we have about, right, Jay, 3,000 kids on campus?
Yeah, over 3,000 kids on campus.
Well,
And that leads me right to my next question. I was going to ask you, I know you're going to wander more of campus later today, but what are some of the places outside of the pool that you remember? I know we talked about the cafeteria earlier too.
The
pub.
The pub and the cafeteria, but maybe we skipped those two places.
Well, I meant the drinking age back then was 18. It's a little bit older today, but this college, snowball fights. We have Alfred University just a stone's throw from here, a snowball throw. Major snowball fights and wars in the middle of the winter with them, and a lot of good competition. Alfred University never had a swimming team. Today they do, so I'm sure there's a good rivalry between you guys and over here. It's just this is a classic town. We used to say if you sneezed you would go through it and not notice it, but it hasn't changed much. There used to be a great sub shop I don't see here. That's not here anymore. I'm sure it's replaced with something else.
That's another one.
Right. But beautiful town, beautiful place to be. And the campus is a lot bigger than I remember. It seems that it's still under construction.
Yeah, we're feeling the hill a little bit more than, because a lot of people, a lot of former athletes I've talked to, where they're talking about where there's more downtown, we've been able to expand. Like even this building, Orvis Activity Center, was rather new in a way because it was on the higher part of campus compared to more of the stuff that's down by where the administration ag building are now. So,
and I just saw the football stadium, and incredible.
Can you imagine a football team at Alfred State in the 1970s?
It wouldn't have happened. Yeah, we had soccer, we had cross country.
Wrestling, we talked about wrestling.
We had a great wrestling team. We had, I think it was nationally ranked wrestling team at the time, Paul, and another great, team members, and some of them are inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Yep. Anything else during your years? Any other advice? Anything else that you would like to share to our viewers about your experience at Alfred or since?
I think that for me, Alfred, and the coaches back here now. Hey, Mike. Look, Alfred is a great place for you to come and grow and nurture. And if you're looking for, you could be the little fish in the big pond, or you could be the big fish in a little pond. I will tell you that I think it serves me better being a big fish in a little pond. I didn't get lost. I was anchored. I was able to grow and mature, and I did this because it was a small pond, a place where people could focus on me. I could build long-term relationships, and I was in very good hands, developmentally. And I was able to take that and move to a bigger pond in life. And every day I draw on the experiences, and you guys, I'm sure you're going to learn here. You take every one of these lessons that you're going to learn here with you into the future, and you look back. So for me, Paul, coming back here, we hopped in the pool today. I haven't been in that pool, and Jay's reminding me I did the better math than I was going to say 50 years, 48 years. It felt like yesterday. It's just the memories have not gotten away from me. All the lessons learned I've taken with me, and hopefully, you alumni and kids thinking about coming here will experience the same wealth of growth that I did by coming here. And so I'm glad you welcomed me back.
Yeah, awesome to have you back, and thank you for being such a great champion of Alfred State and representing us. You might not be wearing athletes as well, but once again, Burt, thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
And